of this game we think will be above the rim?
This is going to be fantastic. I hope we get out with some fast breaks where these guys have an opportunity to get their feet together, rise up, and get the fans. Not only them getting up, Kevin, but the fans getting up out of their seats.
You getting up, bro. You standing up.
You for sure will be up.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's McGee in at the 5 roaming the paint. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA. And the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
First free throw is good. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Thunder. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
I'd send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. David?
Well, Kevin, they've certainly had their struggles against this team. They've yet to win a game in 3 tries this year. I asked him what makes it such a difficult matchup, and he said the offensive execution by those guys is really underrated. They've been kind of stumped so far as to how to get stops. Kevin, they're obviously motivated to get their first win tonight and avoid the season sweep. Back to you.
Good stuff, David. They're going to go up against some great shooters, no doubt about it.
I like that they've zeroed in on a specific problem they want to solve. I'm curious to see their game plan early on.
Lots of energy and lots of effort and lots of great reads. That's how you stay connected to the shooter.
Noel's checked in for Gallinari. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained Grant all along. He was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Oklahoma City's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's good.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Isaac from 19. Nice jump shot. Good. Davis has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, just a tough matchup anytime he gets into the mid-range area. Nobody's going to bother Anthony Davis.
That's a 2 from Paul, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
It's stolen by Adams. And there's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Lakers trail by 8. James left side. And they double up Davis. Lets it go from 14. McGee. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Count that one. 6 points for him.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
Right side Davis. And they double up Davis to the inside. Here's Caldwell Pope. On target from 13 feet.
Ooh, that's a great matchup for him, just because of the size difference right there. He makes that mid-range shot at a very high percentage.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he drops it in from the low post.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Timeout called the Lakers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. 4th spot held by the Lakers.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass. It's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the end.
Now here's Waiters. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Ferguson kicks to Diallo. Inside. There's Muscala. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to LeBron. Smith outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, how about LeBron reading the defense, waiting and being patient there until the gap opened up to deliver.
Schroeder finds Muscala. And here's Diallo. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the first. Muscala pass to Diallo. Pocket 2. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Good shot there, and it's off target.
Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Here's Smith, and he banks in the layup. Smith's got 5 now.
JR maybe leaking out just a little bit, but has a strong sense of where to run to get the score.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Nobody near Schroeder. No good on the 3. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. Traps in the tray.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
We'll return shortly. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives them a knack for when to go after steals without hurting the team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari is out there with Ferguson. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Robertson in at the 2 spot. Caruso the pass to Morris. Got a piece of it. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. Drops in the breakaway layup. Now it's a 6-point Thunder lead.
Well, good job by Schroeder using his quickness, this time defensively grabbing the steal.
There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They've held a 12-point lead earlier this game, coming after a loss against the Jazz. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. First free throw is good. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming along with massive. And what you're seeing too over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development instincts for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take their necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally do.
This 2-way contract has been wonderful this year.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Gilgeous Alexander's checked in for the Thunder. And the Lakers call time here. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
And Oklahoma City making a change here.
A moment now to see the numbers for Davis. 3rd in block, 9th in scoring. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And you aren't top 3 in blocks unless you're committed to dominating in that category. His awareness and hustle is off the charts. Very impressive. Now, here's Caldwell Pope. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by the Thunder.
Gilgeous Alexander with it. Now Green defending. This is it to Adams. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And that matchup against the Hornets, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
The ball rotates over to AD, and he simply rises up and makes that jump shot look so easy.
Green against Paul. The Thunder with another miss. Lakers trail by 8. Green with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Caruso. From deep 3-point range. The rebound by Steven Adams. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. How about 3 minutes gone in his second quarter of basketball? Paul is doubled. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, he's capable of making you pay there, Gilgeous-Alexander, in a nice rhythm.
Puts it up from 7. Here's McGee, another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. McGee's got his first points in this one.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 10.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
The more Davis spends time in this league, the more confidence he develops, and then guess what? The more dominant he becomes.
Now here's Paul. He's got 5, and the shot is good. Paul's got his 3rd basket of the night. Here's Caruso. McGee, the pass to Green. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just like it.
Adams down low. Ready by Green. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
McGee, the pass to Green. Deflects the pass. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a handle.
And the Thunder making a switch here. The Owls checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. Smith comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's LeBron in for Alex Caruso.
Solid shot from Gallo. He knows he has a mismatch down inside. Sinks the shot.
And here's James outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. LeBron's got 6 points.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks the ball. Oklahoma City moving it around. Adams with it. And McGee picks him up defensively. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Gilgeous-Alexander, such growth in his first year, continues to show he's learning this game.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. And then for the Lakers, Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. And Deion Waiters subbed in for Green. Smith's shot is good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Noel. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Muscala has it in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Thunder lead by 10.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense. He's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Waiters dishes to Smith. Pass to LeBron. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Out. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
And Howard knows exactly what he's out there to do. Defend, rebound the ball, and be aggressive in the paint.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
Here's Schroeder. That shot off. That'll do it for the first half. Thunder lead by 10. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They took over in the second quarter, building their lead up to 10 points by the half and looking very much like a team that is determined to turn this game into a laugher. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. The offense had a great flow to it, preventing anyone from getting lazy. They're always moving, cutting, knowing what to do.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 10-point game. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. JaVale McGee is out there with Anthony Davis. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3, the small forward. Molinari passes to Adams.
Well, that's a guy out there in Steven Adams that you just have to pay attention to. Every night he's going to bang around the opposing big guys and be a threat around the rim to score and pick up offensive rebounds.
The Thunder shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Throw good, Adams.
Well, Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
Lakers trail by 9. Outside, Green on deep. No good that time.
And they continue to control the glass.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Passes to George. McGee with the block. Caldwell Pope feeling it out of it. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And Davis gets it to go.
That's a big-time battle from AD on the glass. You see the athleticism to go back up with it.
To the middle. Here's Molinari. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 9. And with Adams on the offensive glass, he is impossible to move.
Well, that's a big reason why a couple years ago, Kevin, he grabbed more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds. So you know he's going to live in the paint.
Good chance shot. Davis. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, just looking at this box score and wondering what Anthony Davis hasn't done. This guy's been on a roll since the tip.
McGee up the double team. Pass to George. There's the triple. And a quick assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Now LeBron. 6 points for him. Caldwell Pope for 3. Good on the triple. Caldwell Pope's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the thirds for Los Angeles. Ball passes to George. Adams against Davis. Down low. Here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got 9.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Caldwell Pope wishes to McGee. That one's not going to go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And here's Molinari outside. Green with the rebound. Lakers trail by 9. 3-pointer. James, no good. Thunder have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. LA's on 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Davis, the pass to McGee. For 3, Caldwell Pope. They get the rebound. Davis. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Here's Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
Did I say it? Terrific athleticism from Gallinari. I just did.
Timeout called the Lakers. Especially in the playoffs, Brent, so much can change when a player gets in a foul. See the league ever modifying that foul out rule?
I know that they do that in the summer league where you can stay on the court for 10 fouls as elimination, but it's a technical every time. I don't see the league doing that. I think it's good for the game so that star players or meaningful players, ones that play specifically on defense, they have to have responsibility for what it is that they're doing on the floor. And if they're overly aggressive, you should be penalized for playing them.
Schroeder with the ball, and it's Waiters picking him up. The feed to Gallinari. There's Noel, and they convert it last on attempt number 3. Noel's got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder. Feeds it to Davis. Knocked away. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Robertson. Unable to get that one. And the Lakers going the other way now. Waiters outside. It's good from long range. Waiters got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
Some people feel Waiters takes too many contested jumpers and that lowers his field goal percentage, but he nails that one.
Gallinari outside. Schroeder. And right away, they announce it with a three-pointer of their own. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night. And here's Morris with 3. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The pass to Robertson. Here's Ferguson. Covered by LeBron. Davis with the double team. Gallinari kicks it over to Schroeder. 5 to shoot. From outside, off the mark.
His shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Oklahoma City leading by 13. Davis with the double team. Here's Gallinari. Plays it up and puts it in. Gallinari's got 8.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And stolen by Noel. 50 seconds left in the third. Pass to Ferguson. Wide open. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Waiters. The Thunder pull it in. Gallinari's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Out to the wing. Morris against Schroeder. Ferguson for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Jacks up a 3. They get it back.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And Noel throws it down.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder out in front, up by 15. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Go.
Words of praise from Billy Donovan, asking them to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all 5 of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. So let's see if that continues.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Dennis Schroeder. Noel is out there with Muscala. Then there's Andre Robertson and Diallo in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup of the game for Oklahoma City. Fires the three. Kuzma can't get it to go.
And they've only got a slight edge on the board, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Now here's Schroeder looking for Waiters and gets it there. Here's Caruso, and the layup's good off the glass.
Soft touch on the lay-in. Not everyone has that.
Oklahoma City leading by 16. To the inside. The shot's good from Robertson.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Noel's got 7 rebounds in the game. Inside, here's Diallo. Bucket is good. Diallo's got his first 2 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Howard, and the layup is good.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. When it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute. Wait. I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Andre Robertson. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. And the Lakers also making a switch. Green's checked in.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Caruso, no good. The Thunder leading by 20. It's taken away by Smith. Kuzma, left side. Second chance effort. Here's Howard. Banked in off the glass.
Well, that's when you love to see the strength of Dwight Howard marching through the defense and just ripping away the second chance opportunity for an easy score.
Doubled by Smith. Adams outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Paul outside. Here's the 3. Oklahoma City the rebound. Adams' shot is off.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup. He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and by Green. Paul outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Lakers trail by 15 and stolen by Diallo. Kicks it to Paul. Back to Diallo. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Adams. They get it again. Second shot opportunity, and it's sent back by Howard.
Well, that's where he is just a force. Such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And James subbed in for Alex Caruso. They get it back.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steven Adams.
And as you expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off the loss in their last one. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Oklahoma City. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Molinari trying to get open. Here's Adams. That shot off the mark. Excellent D that time there from McGee. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Nice shot by James.
He's so quick there on the draw. You got to know he's ready to shoot as soon as he's going to catch that pass.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Thunder.
Had a fantastic play for the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And this will make it 1 victories for them on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Steven Adams.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. 10-point lead. Passes it to Nader. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Nader. Schroeder outside, just 5 on the clock. The Thunder with another miss. That's a 2 from Smith. Again, Los Angeles.
J.R. Smith has a quick release and can shoot it from deep, but that time a nice job off the pass.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really